By the time I started Devil Makes Three, I'd been going to Haiti for 22, 23 years and reading about Haiti, studying Haiti, learning Haitian Creole, living with Haitians in Haiti, having Haitians stay with us at our house in Dallas. It was just Haiti was just a central part of my life. And going to Haiti 2 or 3 times a year. And so it's a complicated place. All places are complicated. Haiti is really complicated. And I felt like by 2014, 2015, I thought, well, maybe I know enough and maybe I have the writing chops now to take another stab at Haiti. And so really it came out of the coup d'etat period from 1991 to 1994, and it came out of the fact that the leader of the coup regime, the general, was a big scuba diver. He was a scuba buff, and he claimed, like, on weekends I go out and look for treasure because I mean, thousands of shipwrecks around Haiti. And he says, I go out and look for treasure. If I ever find any, it's all going to be for Haiti, not for me. And this is a guy who's skimming how many millions of dollars off the drug trade every month. Anyway, again, I'm thinking in terms of culture clash. What if you dropped basically a random American dude, a scuba guy, into this situation, this very fraught, violent, politically complex situation? He's a scuba guy. And because of scuba, he gets drawn into the inner circle of power in this very brutal military regime. And he's basically a good guy. But one thing after another happens, and he finds himself in the inner circle of power for this coup regime, which horrifies and terrifies him. And also, he's kind of amazed. It's like, I'm a college dropout. Look, I'm advising the leader of a sovereign country on policy. I just thought that could be fertile territory. And so off we went. Matt, there's a lot of me and Matt. Um, he's he learns a lot over the course of the book. He has to learn a lot. It's a matter of survival. Audrey, who is the rookie CIA case officer, she's a true believer in the American mission, um, free market capitalism and democracy. Uh, in other words, a certain kind of democracy that won't mess with free market capitalism, American capitalism. She's a true believer. Over the course of the book, she finds herself doing morally repugnant things, always with the justification of, I'm doing bad here so that good things can happen down the line. And she's breaking bad all through the book. I'm wondering, as I'm writing it, is she going to break good, or is she going to keep on breaking bad? I didn't know. I'm not going to tell you
Is that
what happened.
is that part of the best parts of writing for you when it's
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know what was going to happen. That's where that's where the learning comes from. The exploration. It's like, I don't know. And then there's Misha, who is the young Haitian American woman. She's getting her PhD in Caribbean Francophone literature. She's getting it at Brown. She comes back to Haiti to deal with a family situation, ends up staying. And I thought she was going to be a secondary character off to the side. And there's a sequence over the Christmas holiday. She's at home, and I'm really liking her. And I'm feeling like, wow, she's got it going on. And then she was supposed to go back to Brown at the end of the holidays. And I was kind of dreading sending her back. And I thought, well, let's keep her around. But if I keep her around, I'm going to have to learn so many things. I'm going to have to learn about the scholarship of the Black Atlantic. I'm going to have to learn a lot more about Haitian literature. I'm going to have to learn about medicine in Haiti, the delivery of medical services, what goes on with medicine in Haiti, because she gets involved in that world. And then there's this whole CIA caper that she gradually uncovers thanks to her scholarly chops. She is a really good critical thinker. She's a good researcher. She knows how to see things thanks to her scholarly training. And so Misha was the big revelation in the book. Just all the work she put me through and all the good work she does for us, I think, in the book. Alex, there's three main characters: Matt, Audrey, and Misha. Alex is kind of like Ringo. I mean, he he's got a big part to play in the book. I never take his point of view. And so that makes him like three and a half main characters. And I think it would have been a lot of fun to get into his head, but there was enough going on in the book already. And I think we get a pretty good sense of who Alex is by the way he interacts with Matt, who's his business partner, the way he interacts with Audrey. He develops a romantic relationship with her. And then there's Misha, who is his sister. And so they're all pretty tightly involved. So, he's the can-do Haitian. I mean, he's educated in the US, comes from a bourgeois background, and he's one of these people that's like, we're going to rebuild Haiti. And I want to be part of this national renaissance. It's one of the great pleasures of doing this kind of work is you live vicariously. And I mean, Audrey, in a way, she's doing the same thing. She's she gets to be a bad girl, which she kind of gets into because she thinks she's on the side of the angels. It's like, well, I can dress up as kind of a tart and go around to the restaurant, to the hotel bars in Port-au-Prince and flirt and be sort of a bad girl, all in the service of my country. I'm getting intel, I'm developing sources, I'm developing relationships. It's kind of a thrill. And as she gets deeper into it and realizes this operation she's involved in is also trafficking cocaine and arms, she's thinking, well, a lot of this is not good, but you got to keep your eyes on the prize, the big picture. You know, it's like it's all going to work out in the end. I have faith in the system, and so I'm just going to keep doing my job. It's I think there's a lot of human stuff going on there. I mean, the thrill of being bad, and yet you think you're also able to still be good and do things that you never dreamed you would be doing. You feel like you're kind of in a movie. Early on, I would outline everything, and I thought I knew where it was going. Over the years, I got a lot more comfortable with just setting off into the unknown. It is a lot more satisfying that way. The stakes are higher, the stress is higher, the rewards are higher. I had no idea where Billy Lynn was going to end. With Devil Makes Three, I didn't know who was going to live and who was not going to make it. I just didn't know. And so you set off, you start and you go on faith that over time the story will reveal itself to you. And yeah, so no, I don't know where it's going to end.